Alrighty, boys and girls. Change of plans. This old shed is now becoming this new shed. This is a project you guys know I've been working on for way too long. And we got to get it done. That, I think I'm just going to throw a roof on it and leave a dirt floor. This is going to become a new coop shed, or whatever we determine it to be. I got some wood that I'm trying to ruin, and we're going to take those sheets, nail them down onto here. That'll be the floor, and then I'll construct the wall. So I think the high end, I'm going to do it like a lean-to style. The high end, there's Reggie. He's the special one, very special. And yeah, we're going to, I think I'll leave the tall side 8 feet and do the short side like 6'6" or something like that. I haven't decided yet. I know big hurry. I know the tall side's going to be 8 feet, so that's pretty easy. It's going to be weird because the floor, because I cut it to fit that shed back there before I changed my mind, and that was going to be, hey Reggie, Reggie, what you doing, big boy? There he is, Reggie. He's a pup, and he acts like a pup, and he's full of pupisms. So where was I saying? Yeah, we're going to, it's going to be weird because it's going to be tall and narrow, but I guess that's not too weird. And I think I'm going to build another one. I need more storage. And the sea cans out here, these clowns are asking $5 grand for them. And there is no way I'm paying $5 grand for an 8x20. I can build this shed for about $1,000. 8x12. So, yes, exactly. See, Reggie agrees. He says, Daddy, build a new shed, another one, right? Yes. He wants us to build more sheds. Okay, you proved it. Okay, you proved your point. Shh. That's what do you need? The water's coming. Mom's gonna bring you water. I know. He's very vocal. I mean, really vocal. Anyway, so let me get the floor done, and then we'll work on doing a wall. I got the air nailer here. Jake's not available to help. He's at work today, so it's just going to be me, you guys, and Reggie. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, so stand by, and we'll get back to you. Okay, boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, friends, neighbors, loved ones. We got the floor down. So something I did not know about tongue and groove is tongue and groove you lose on the sheet. I don't know. I didn't always thought because I didn't know. But I assumed they would have made it longer to give you still 48 inches when you have the overlap between the tongue and the groove. But that does not appear to be the situation. So I have a strip at the end, which is okay. I can make a fill piece. It's not a big deal. I'll just fill that up. Like I said, I didn't know. No idea. No idea what was going on. But the floor deck is down. I haven't nailed it yet. Me and Mrs. O, we just got it laid down. I'm going to mark out the studs on the wall. I just got to do some vertical stuff right now because my back's a little bit sore. And I'll get the, what am I thinking? There's a word I'm looking for. String line, chalk line to mark out the lines. So I can do the nailing and get all the sheeting nailing down so that when I put the deck on, it'll be nice and secure. So, or put the wall on, sorry. So there we are. Making a little bit of progress today. Had to stop for lunch. Went and got the lumber for the walls. And then we're just going to keep on keeping on. But like I said, this is weird because I was under the assumption it was 8 feet and I had forgot that shed there is only 7 feet. And like I said, I think I'm just going to throw a roof on it and just keep something in there. I don't know. And I'm going to do something with this. My brain's fried. So anyway, that comes with old age. Let's get back to it. And I'm going to lay out my studs on the top and bottom plate here. I'll do them together like the pros do. And then I'll start putting those together. I'll end up using the floor as my work deck. Getting there. Trying to get rid of some of the the clutter in the barn and try to get some projects done. So let me get back at it, and we'll show you a wall. So these are an amazing hammer. They're very expensive. I've had this one for quite a few years, but I'll be god dang, it's starting to give me a blister. And I don't know if it's because I got girly hands now, sitting at a computer all day long. Some guys might call them pussy hands, but yeah, it's not good. So I got the floor all done. She's all hammered down. I got to do that little edge afterwards. I'll cut some wood, some strips out of the leftovers, because this thing just, I don't know, was a bit of a bummer. I didn't realize that with tongue and groove that you lose each interlap or overlap, you lose that distance. So that's a new one to me. So I don't know if I'll buy it ever again. It's kind of nice for a floor though. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm gonna get going on that studs. Alrighty, boys and girls. Today is day 2, and this is the problem that we had. Is this is going to be the, what is this going to be? The bottom plate. It had so much twist in it. It was almost 45 degrees. Well, it was 45 degrees on this end, and you can see how much twist it still has in it. And that was up like 45. I pulled her down with ratchet straps, and using the nail gun, I got lots of twisted studs. This lumber's been sitting around forever. It came out of that building there. It was a partition wall that I took apart. So it's had its issues, and I'm working through that right now. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I'm just getting the last stud that has to be anchored. Of course, we're using a ratchet strap. I'm using the nail gun to do the pivoting of the twisted boards. Twisted top plate, pull it down with the ratchet strap. The ratchet strap comes in so handy when doing framing for bad lumber. And then the, like you can see the twist right here. I got to fix all that. So, and then I'm using a 4-inch screw, 4 number 10. Really sucked it all the way down, keep it tight. And that way I'm sure, well, it's as reasonable as you're going to get that nothing's going to move. First wall's okay, stood up overnight. We got scrap lumber holding it up. Jake's on his way down supposedly, and then we'll do the fill-in end wall, I think, on that end right there. And then I got a crazy angle to do. Of course, this is sitting on the ground because I needed to be high enough to be able to do the work up here. So I set it on the ground. So this goes back up on the deck, because I guess you'd call it platform framing, and that's what we're doing. I still have to fill in the strip right there, so I'll get that. So things are progressing, not as fast as I want them to, but they are progressing. And sometimes things don't go as fast as we want it to. So you just got to do what you got to do. So anyway, I'm going to keep moving on here, see if we can get this thing done, because it's Millwrights. Millwrights doing carpentry. Who would have thunk it? How toit is toit? In this episode of Millwrights Cutting Wood. Alrighty, so we got the back wall up, the bottom short wall, lean-to style. So you got tall wall, short wall. Then the roof leans to one side. So there you go. I don't know if that's what that means, but I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, you can see it. So we're doing the end wall here, and then we're going to figure out the front end wall. I believe we're doing doors on the end. I don't think we'll do doors on the middle. No, I don't want to do doors on the middle because your whole load is carried on the the short wall and the high wall. all your snow load. We got to worry about snow load here, right? Because it's a problem. Alrighty. So we're going to build this end, and then we'll stand it up, and then we'll show you what that looks like afterwards. But as you can see, we're going full-on Rogue style. We got a rigid air nailer. That's clip nail, 33, 32 degrees, Jake?
Yeah.
Clip nail, so that's against the law right there. So we know our building inspector is going to say no to that.
What's that nailers? Reduce hurricane shear force.
Yep, and we got the 60 volt DeWalter. What model number is that, Jake?
It's
with a flex bolt battery.
it's a
9
great
amp.
saw. I like it. I don't know what it is.
The model tag is right here. Right back there.
Oh, it's a DC 578. DCS 578.
Yeah, I
7.5
bought that on
inch.
sale.
Nice.
$300.
Nice saw with a 9 volt
With a 9 volt and a 9 amp hour battery and a charger.
The battery's probably almost worth that alone.
Yep. Came with a nice sharp blade, because sharp's good. So yeah, so our drop cut's going to be the whatchamacallers in there, the horizontal ones. We'll set up the chop saw and cut them, and then we're just going to build this wall with the rigid air nailer. We bought that, what? How old's that air nailer now?
We bought it, and then I discovered.
8 years ago?
Yeah, I discovered that there was this big. I was like, why can't I find clipped head nails very easily? And then I found out there's a big fight, I guess, for you American guys down south or something about your
The hurricanes blow clipped head nails.
Yeah, so that's why Past Load came out with the offset round.
Yeah.
Is you guys just offset the whole entire circular head so you can still run a tight stack without the stripper clips.
But we're
redneck backyard door boys.
we're just rogue. We're running wild here. So, you know what? We laugh in the face of danger. We don't shake danger's hand. We kick it in the nuts. So that's where we're going. Anyway, let's get back to that end wall. Well, I got the end wall up. Those are just dummy blocks there to do some figuring out, because I want to carry some load on each one of the end wall, plus tie in the end wall to the roof structure on the truss. So we dummied those 2 blocks up there because there's going to be, the top plate's going to be doubled up. And then we figured out the notch for the trusses. Sorry, not trusses, rafters. And we cut it with a hacksaw, because what else would a millwright cut wood with? Fine tooth hacksaw. It's me. Yeah, no curve to it. It wears you out with the drag on the wood. Gives you a workout. So that's what we're going to do. And then, yeah, we only got 9 more to cut. Yeehaw. So there you go. Just when you're afraid to be a millwright and cut wood, you can do it. So this was my front. This is the top. So that's the top. And this is facing. I guess we'd call that the front. So they're all the same when we do them. Because Jake left the jigsaw at his house, so that's the new jigsaw. That's a Stanley Fat Max.
Steel saw.
Yeah. We got there. 24 tooth. Couldn't be any finer if you tried. I'm going to go see if I can find at least an 18 tooth. Get us out of this predicament. But that's the plan. There it is. You guys can laugh all you want. That's okay, because we're laughing. And it is what it is. It works.
Mm-hmm.
Jake's going to go to the truck, get another 10 footer, and we'll try it again. Stand by. There's the first truss put up into place. Miscalculated the measurement a little bit.
Somehow we're not really
We're not sure, but I think we'll either fill that up with some New Brunswick certified structural foam or a piece of ultra high molecular weight plastic. UMHW.
Yeah.
What about ultra? UHMW.
Yeah, it's usually.
Yeah, that'll work. Or, you know, hot glue gun work?
Millwrights don't know trigonometry.
Yeah, we don't know that shit. Just do raw dog it by eye. There you go.
Cosine is what you do for your baby mom's loan.
That's it, you cosine. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, and that's clear. You guys can roast me in the comments all you want. I got some good corners going on. I got to finish tying down that top plate. And then we're going to cut some more rafters because we're having so much fun doing that. And yeah, I think I'll go a 1/4 inch, whatever that was, on the next one. Just to make sure. Yeah, so there you go. We're wrecking lumber. Millwrights cutting wood. All right, well, seeing how it's Sunday, we're going to call it a day early because I forgot to eat lunch. I'm diabetic, so I don't feel good now. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to close this video. We'll do a finish-up video as we go along. I'm going to try to work on this through the week and see if we can get somewhere else. So this will be chapter 1, I don't know. I built the floor. I don't know where we're at. But Millwrights cutting wood. So that's it. And I don't know, it's looking like a building so far. To me, it's going to be a nice shed or coop or whatever we're going to use it for. I'm going to build another one. I had so much fun building this. We're going to build one at Jake's place. Anyway, thank you. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, check back often to see guys cutting wood. Millwrights cutting wood. And yeah, have a good day. God bless.